For our project, we toured CertainTeed's manufacturing facility located in Norcross, Georgia. CertainTeed focuses its manufacturing on sheet metal, specifically for building supplies such as metal roofs and ceilings. Our point of contact for this project was Jose Ramirez, as he works for the manufacturing facility. The first process that we looked at was for their sheet metal folding machines. CertainTeed uses folding machines to create large folds in their 300C panels. After the operator lines up the sheet, the machine automatically secures the panel and moves it for folding. As you can see, the machine both folds the 300C panel and turns it to the correct orientation in order to make the full part in one process. This part is then sent down a series of rollers and is ready for the next process. As you can see, the finished product has clean bends across the entire sheet. Another method of folding is used to make their torsion spring ceilings. For this method, the operator puts the sheet metal into the machine and starts the process. The machine then automatically lines up the sheet before it starts folding. Here are the 300C panels on a finished product, as well as an example of the torsion spring geometries on a finished product.
The next process in our tour was the V-bending machines. The V-bending machines involve sandwiching a workpiece between a punch and a die in order to put an angle in the part. These machines use hydraulics to force the punch and die together in order to achieve the bending. CertainTeed uses V-bending on their grill products. The operator first lines up the sheet to the spacers. The machine then forces down on the sheet to make a 90-degree bend and change the spacers. Another process CertainTeed uses V-bending for is their V-baffle products. In this case, an operator lines up the sheet in the correct orientation before bending. This is a specialty die used to put flanges on sheet metal. The V-die is modified to create a lip on the ends of the metal. The operator sticks the panel edge onto the machine and the machine presses the shape into the edges. The operator clamps the sheet metal and folds it down in order to get the desired shape. The finished product has lips on all edges. Here are some examples of ceilings made from the V-bending process.
Our next process is roll forming. Roll forming is a type of rolling involving the continuous bending of a long strip of sheet metal into a desired cross-section. The strip passes through sets of consecutive mounted rolls, each set incrementally bending the sheet until the desired cross-section is obtained. Roll-formed parts may be much lighter, thinner, and stronger since they are cold-worked. CertainTeed uses roll forming to make their box products. The material starts on a large roll and is pulled through a set of rollers. As you can see in the video, each roller has a slightly different cross-section than the former one. These parts have a smooth finish. This process can also be used for forming smaller cross-sections, just like the last machine. This one also uses a series of rollers with slightly different cross-sections. Here are some examples of these parts in use.
The last process that we witnessed was the punching process. Punching is a forming process that uses a press to force a tool, called a punch, through the workpiece to create a hole via shearing. In this process, the cutout material is discarded as scrap and the larger piece is used as the final product. Punching is often the cheapest method for creating holes in the sheet metal in medium to high production volumes. CertainTeed uses many different patterns to punch out material for their torsion spring products. When installing them into the machine, the cross sections are inserted into a cylinder and then rotated over the sheet metal. The sheet metal is first oiled before going into the machine. The machine then automatically clamps the metal and moves it under the punch. It will slowly change the area which the punch is hitting until the entire sheet is finished. The finished product is a piece of sheet metal with many holes in it. Here are some examples of this process in use. This has been our tour of the manufacturing facility.